Hello and welcome, Winterbeat. Finally back with something new, something different. Demo for a game that looks pretty neat to me, and I honestly think should get funded. I'm gonna pin the link for the Kickstarter in the chat so whoever wants to can take part. So please go help fund if you can. Noiramore Academy. Honestly, looks really good. Love the stylization of it. Very noir, old school looking, but 3D game. And one showed off. Hopefully, help get it a little bit of extra money. You know, try to help out where I can. As soon as the first ad rolls through, I'm trying to remember how I get going with this. It's been a while. But as soon as first ad rolls through, then I'll get going like I usually do. Oh, there was a deer in my backyard. There's been a family of deer cutting through my yard lately. Really nice. Whoa, there it is. Mobile live dashboard. And incoming ad break in about 30 seconds. And I hopefully should have some of my issue with bots worked out. I found a setting I didn't have on to where people who I have banned can't view or can view my stream, so I made sure I turned that on. That way, if anyone trying to bot my channel is trying to see anything going on, now they can't. And they can just stay away from my channel because I don't need no more problems. There's the ad. Finally. This is as far as I have gotten into the game, other than watching a trailer for it, so I am not really sure, or like part of a trailer, more like gifs of it. But from all the different pictures I've seen, the Kickstarter page, it looks like it has a lot of promise to it. And it doesn't look quite like anything that's out nowadays, which is another reason why I want to help try to get it some more attention. Is it something different that's not copy pasted someone else's same kind of game, more or less, is what it seems like. Get to solve a bunch of puzzles, all kinds of stuff. So it looks pretty interesting. Okay. And eventually I'll get a face cam worked out. I'm pretty sure I just need to... Good lord. Pretty sure I just need to get a different camera than something that's a GoPro. Or at least like something other than a GoPro 12. Because two of them do not like to work together. Anyways, let's get started. Check all this real quick. No motion blur. Let's just... Oh. should be good. Let's get started. Ink Rose Inc. presents, in collaboration with Studio Syndicate,
Noiramore Academy, one of Drakenspyre's most prestigious schools with over 500 years of storied history. The current headmaster, Julius Claiborne, is a former general who runs our school with military precision and discipline. Our wonderful planet of Noivet is home to a great many talents in resonetic abilities. And Noiramore's teachers are uniquely qualified in instructing such essential
reminds me a
subjects.
lot of
While
Psychonauts.
we specialize in resonetic talents, our other subjects are not taught any less thoroughly, and every student is encouraged to explore their unique talents in our extracurricular programs. Noiramore Academy guides our students to commit to their studies, keep sound minds, maintain their manners, and most importantly, behave in a manner befitting the reputation of our beloved institution.
Is that really what you're up to now?
I wouldn't call it extortion, sir. I simply told the cafeteria cook that I would keep the existence of his pet vermin on the down low if he provided me with an extra brownie or two at lunchtime. It was mutual exchange that neither of us had issues with.
Yes, Judith, that's extortion. Of course he had issues with it. Thank goodness I caught you in the act.
Why am I the one sitting here in this office when it's the cook who is keeping vermin pets?
I've already talked with Mr. Seabrook, Judith. It's dealt with. And more importantly, none of your business. What concerns me is you. Sneaking around at night, lying to teachers, extorting staff. This is a decidedly concerning trend. Don't you want to be a good example for your sister?
Indeed, it must be hard enough for her to be younger than her classmates.
For the next month, you are not permitted to attend film club. Do you understand, Miss Hovern?
But sir, I won't be able to see any movies outside of that club.
Hence why it's a punishment. Miss Nunatak will check that you aren't seen there.
I'll make sure of it.
Judith, head back to class, please.
The voice acting in this is like freaking really good.
Seabrook didn't rat me out, it seems. Brownies weren't the only things I asked him for. Apparently, one of his old classmates from back in the day was really into puzzles. He set up some kind of secret puzzle in the history classroom years ago, and Seabrook never figured it out. Let's see if I can.
During the Onyx War, various battles were fought in the Inked Wastes. Some were relegated to land, others underground in the caverns, and many on the Inked Sea. Our fiefdom, Drakenspyre, went head-to-head against the fiefdom of Northberg in a horrid conflict spanning 4 years. It irrevocably changed our fiefdom forever. Miss Cabrera, no drawing in class. Can anyone here tell me why the Onyx War was instigated? Miss Landerhoof?
Yes, ma'am. The Onyx War was started due to Northberg spies sabotaging our resonetic ring production process. Northberg took advantage of this to sell their own rings in order to gain the kingdom's favor.
A good summation, Miss Landerhoof. Can anyone else tell me why it was the Inked Wastes that were chosen as the fateful battleground?
The Inked Wastes is between the two fiefdoms. Plus, it was where we mined our ore for the rings.
Excellent, Mr. Strumps. Now, what is it about the Inked Wastes that make it a particularly terrible place to fight a war?
She's just crouched there on her desk like that. It's funny.
Oh, yes, Miss Grimsby. Well, the Inked Waste is a nasty, nasty place, full of hard creatures that will gobble you up and suck out all of your blood. Oh, and of course you can't forget to mention the surge, which will suck you down into his deep depths and fill your lungs with tar. His tendrils digging deep into your brain until...
That's quite enough.
I love it. They have
Quite
such like distinct
Our
personalities.
unit this semester will be all about the Onyx War. Since it is the most recent major conflict in Drakenspire's history, we will be studying it in depth. And speaking of which, you may have heard tell that a new science teacher will be joining us this year to replace Mr. Mason. His name is Mr. Bagshaw, and he actually worked in the Research and Development Division of the Drakenspire Army. I'm sure he will have plenty to share with you that can enhance your education. Anyway, I am now giving you the rest of the period to work on the papers I assigned to you yesterday about the instigation of the war. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask me. Dismissed.
The note Seabrook gave me says history classroom. Page number equals number of cave hounds times number of windows plus number of desks.
Okay.
Guess I'll give the textbook shelf a look.
Welcome to Noiramore Academy. Use WASD to walk, mouse to move your camera, left click to interact, right click to think about people or objects you're looking at. Oh yeah, to actually use the arrow keys here. You can review your clues by pressing I to look at your items, then click on the item and press space to inspect it.
Nightclaw Judith, I need your help.
With what?
Well, my wings are that of a warrior. They are strong and my claws are sharp. All good traits of a warrior bats. However, well, sometimes I can wield them a little clumsily. And, I ripped a small hole when I was swooping past this dress.
Oh, Gina, this dress is 500 years old.
I know. If Grimsby sees, I might get kicked out of the school. But I've built my roost here. I can't get kicked out. As a fellow member of the Nightclaw clan, I am formally asking for your assistance, Judith.
It looks like the dress uses a particular stitch here. I don't know how to copy it well enough to pass Grimsby's inspection.
Squeak, squeak, squeak! Oh, I'm sorry. That was a curse word in battle language. I need to watch my tongue.
I'll try to find someone who can help. This sounds like something Becky would know.
Thanks, Nightclaw Judith. You are a valuable member of the clan.
And from what another thing about this game is it's supposed to be like kind of Telltale Games-esque in that it's very story driven and like figuring things out and how the game works. So there's going to be a lot of conversations and combo options and stuff.
The play's next week, right? Are you excited for all your method acting to finally pay off?
We Fluffbats have a great appreciation for the arts. I am happy to take part in the play and make my clan proud by representing our warrior hearts.
What's going to happen to your Fluffbat persona once the play is over?
I am a true bat at heart. I don't know what you mean by persona.
In another play she was cast as a janitor, and she cleaned the whole cafeteria. And when she was cast as a tree, she stayed outside and photosynthesized for hours.
Nah.
She's completely dedicated to the bit.
True method actor.
Added anything neat to your roost lately?
Oh, yes. I just added a hammock to sleep from. It's not traditional to my people, since they hang from the ceiling with their feet, but it is very comfortable, and it's hanging off the ground to keep me safe from predators.
Oh, that's right. She needed a hammock because she almost broke her horn when she tried to sleep while hanging from the rafters.
A question for you, nice Claude Judith. I saw you've added a poster of a Psyquine man to your roost. Is this because you find him, what's the word in your language? Cute?
Gina, come on. That's just the poster for a detective holoreel. I'm not ready to like boys yet. I'm only 13. So, have you finished reading the Warrior Bat series?
Thrice over.
What? Aren't there like 50 books in the series?
Jesus.
It's important for me to know every
Sounds like the
detail
Wheel of
about
Time
Fluffback
series.
cultural studies.
Gina, you do know those aren't accurate to real Fluffbats, right? It's a fantasy fiction series.
Have you read them? Have you studied anything about Fluffback behavior or history?
Well, no.
Then don't tell me what I do or do not know about my own species. Thank you.
Hunting arrows. Before more modern killing innovations, most people use their powers to shoot these things through the air. Bigger ones for hunting, smaller ones for more ethically dubious purposes.
More ethically dubious purposes. That's a great way to say, like,
Diorama of a typical crystal farm from
I don't know, an overthrow of a kingdom or something.
It's considered good, honest work. But if being honest means no money and a lack of indoor plumbing, I think I'll keep my tongue white with at least a few lies.
Nah.
That's Marisol Aker. She's a member of the Historical Reenactment Club. She insists that she's a secret heir to the throne, descended from a long-lost royal ancestor. She's also really into true crime and horror stories. Once, she was taken to the counselor for the amount of books she checked out on concerning subjects. Souls never hurt anybody, though. She's a good kid.
She's just one of those morbidly curious people.
That's Deacon Vespsha. He's good friends with Lydia, Gina, and I. His dad is a pastor in town, which means he's a bit too much of a moralist for my taste. But he's got a sharp tongue at times. He fixed up the old treehouse we use as a clubhouse.
Inventory. Okay. Hmm. 638.
These are crystals, whose vibrations prevent anyone in the classroom from using telepathy. To prevent cheating, I gather. I heard that one time, an upperclassman secretly switched them out for fakes before a big test.
Sounds about right for a classroom. Oh, that's neat. So that way you can just see what items you have without having to, like, reach over the keyboard. That's helpful. Whoop. I didn't realize I was holding it in the air.
Lydia Cabrera. Artist and big-time sports fan. She mostly likes paint, but I've seen her make art pieces out of anything she can get her hands on. Both she and I don't get along with the teachers too well, but she has the advantage of being an artist. After all, it's hard to stay tuned with the girl who will draw the school holiday card designs for free. I've known her since last year.
Teacher reading a romance novel in the middle of class. Oh. This place is something else.
Becky. Nicholas.
What do you want?
Nothing. Can't a friend just greet a friend without coming across as needy?
Huh, friend. Right. Leave us alone.
Nicholas, I need to talk to Becky.
Why should she help you with anything?
I don't need help. This is Virginia, not me. She accidentally tore a hole in the dress over there, and I'm gonna stitch it for her, but I don't know how to do those fancy old ones. Again, this isn't me, it's Virginia. You know she's too shy to ask people outside her clan.
Yeah, that's true. Becky?
For Gina, here. I studied that dress a while ago. What seam was torn?
Looked like the part with the lace at the bottom.
Easy enough fix as long as the lace wasn't too frayed. Use the stitch in this book on page 27. Give Gina my regards.
Giving items. Go into your inventory and use a scroll wheel to select an item. With that item selected, use interact to use the item with something or give it to someone.
Gina, look what I've got.
Nightclaw Judith, what is it?
I've got a guide on how to make that stitch to repair the dress, and a needle and thread.
By the great bat's wings! Thank you. Can you help me repair it? I'm afraid my claws would only tear it more.
Sure. Watch this.
Use your mouse to make your needle follow the sewing pattern steps. Click to make a stitch. Okay. Then it's just rinse and repeat. Looks like it. Okay. And one far off. This one. Cool.
There you go, all repaired. Grimsby shouldn't know the difference.
Thank you once again for your help, nice Claude Judith. May the great bat, leader of our clan, bless you this day. And may your catch of rodents always be juicy. Here, take a lunch coin.
Thanks, Gina.
How come I have a villain? I needed to do that anyway for something. Well, I'm glad I did it.
Judith, hey, have you finished the paper yet?
Naturally.
Ha! Well, I'm just a tad worried about getting it done on time. Especially because I'm just not getting it. Mrs. Grimsby's teaching style is, well...
Atrocious.
I was going to choose a kinder word, like peculiar?
That's
Different.
the meanest thing I've ever heard coming out of your mouth.
Well, it's hard for her to teach about a war when she gets queasy over just mentioning death or blood. She's definitely skipping out on some important stuff. Can you summarize the cause of the war a bit more clearly for me?
All right. Don't tell me I never did anything for you. The fiefdoms of Northberg and Drakenspire have been at odds for hundreds of years, ever since they were first established by brothers with bad blood between them. Our fiefdom of Drakenspire was known for the production of excellent resonetic augmentation rings. This was due to the high-quality ore mined from our territory in the Inked Wastes. These rings rose our standing with the king, drawing the jealousy of Northberg. 25 years ago, however, many rings were found to be dangerously faulty, to the point that some who used them lost their resonetic talents altogether. A misinformation campaign was launched that said it was due to Baron Leoric of Drakenspire pursuing cheaper mining in areas with ore tainted by the Surge. Royal investigations were launched. In the meantime, Baron Neirath of Northberg offered to sell his own rings and provide medical assistance to the affected fiefdoms. The king began to favor Neirath and granted him the rights to mine in the Inked Wastes. Soon, however, the king's spies revealed the truth. A double agent, supposedly working for Drakenspire, had manipulated documents to direct miners to the tainted areas, making it look like Baron Leoric had ordered it. Once the truth was revealed, tensions between the fiefdoms skyrocketed. Leoric, furious, mobilized his troops and marched upon the Inked Wastes, intent on taking his mines back. Neirath sent out troops in response, declaring that he still had legal right to the land. A battle began. The initial conflict was very bloody, very quickly, since Drakenspire's citizenry were incensed at Neirath's actions. The fervor of combat led to some of the Northberg miners to be killed in the fray. Since they were civilians, Northberg's soldiers fought back with a similar anger. Meanwhile, the king was mad with Leoric for engaging Neirath, since the investigation was not closed, and he'd bypassed royal authority by sending out troops. As such, the king did not take sides, leading the fiefdoms to engage in combat exclusively with the other, as other fiefdoms were not permitted to become involved. The war lasted for 4 years and was fought almost entirely in the Inked Wastes. The area was already known for its strange, twisted evils, horrid beasts and the infection of the Surge on the land. Brutal bloodshed and new types of resonetic weaponry only twisted the place further. One can only be glad we were born after it was all over, eh?
Huh. I think I'm getting it a bit more now. Thanks, Judith.
No problem.
You mentioned resonetic weapons affecting the land. Did those help or hurt the Surge? Oh, and what happened to Lord Neirath after the war?
This whole unit is going to be about the war. You'll learn that stuff soon enough. And if you don't get it, I'll drill it into your skull, knucklehead.
Ha ha. Thanks.
What are you doing?
Sketching the window. I've always liked it. I want to build stained glass windows in my church one day.
Your church? Don't you mean your dad's church?
I used to want to take over for my dad, but now I've been thinking of building a church of my own once I go through seminary college.
Already got your life planned out for yourself, huh? You're only 13, Deacon. Lighten up a little.
Don't you have any dreams for yourself when you're older?
His name is
You're not
Deacon.
gonna be
He's
exploring the school
kind of
and
like already
destroying
set.
the teachers forever.
I mean, technically, I could keep doing both of those things if I became a teacher myself.
You? Dreaming to be a teacher? Doubtful.
You got me. Though, I'd say my current hobbies would lead to a mean career in detective work, no?
That sounds more like you. Detective Hutton has a nice ring to it.
I can already imagine it, printed on the frosted glass door of my one-room office in the city that never sleeps. Any plans for the treehouse?
Yeah, I've got a few sketches I'm working on. I don't know how I'm going to get enough wood or nails to finish my plans, though.
We could take apart the door on Glitter's stable. Or we could dig up her grave and use the coffin. She's an animal made out of stone. She doesn't really need a coffin anyway.
Judith.
Alright. If I come across any, I'll make sure not to tell you where I sourced it from.
Alright. So I want to look at it, so I need to. Cave hounds. Okay, let's find out number of windows and student desk. I think that's in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5. 35 desks. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. How's that counting? So 30? Yeah. New. Windows student desk would be 43, so 13 for windows and 30 for desks. What are cave hounds? Guessing that is a cave hound. 1, 2, 3. Don't think I see any more. 3 times 43. 3 times it'd be 129. Yeah. Okay, so I need to remember 638 and 129. That is a. Aww. It makes a cute little noise.
Before I ask them, I should figure out what page number I'm looking for.
Whoa. That's a big book. Oh, it does max out though. Wow. talk about a giant book. Let's go all the way back down to what I think it is. Got two different numbers, so.
Doesn't sound right. Before I ask them, I should... Doesn't sound right. These were all recently published. Seabrook's friend went to school before the war, so I doubt any of these would work. I should ask the book sprites for help. A model of one of the submarines used in the war. They were gradually phased out after the monsters in the Inked Sea were mutated by psi-bombs and destroyed subs on sight. A Corvinstone crystal tree. They say that every king or queen is buried under one once they croak. I wonder if a royal is buried under this tree. The king of class clowns, perhaps.
And like going to class every day knowing that you're walking on someone's grave.
The crest of the royal family of Corveth, our current king, is the big boss of all Corveth's fiefdoms. Supposedly, he's an unbiased ruler, but after the war, he seems to be more favorable to Drakenspire. Good for us, I guess.
The bats could always be listening. Not sure exactly what's supposed to happen with that. Talk with the book sprite, solve the note. Number of cave hounds times number of windows. Wait, that's also one. Duh. Okay, no wonder my math was off. I was one short Yeah, I only see 3 up there. So that's 4 cave hounds, 13 windows, 30 desks. 4 times 13 is 12, 52, plus 30 is 82.
Before I ask,
I was way off.
I should
How
figure
the hell
out
did I get
what page number I'm
129?
looking for. Bingo. Hello, little guy. I need to find a pre-war history textbook. Maybe from around the 2190s? Thanks. Without further ado... Huh. Interesting. A battle that took place way before the Onyx War, but it still involved Drakenspire and Northburg. This has got to be related to the textbook, but this scene shows a different battle. Though, looking closer at the paint, it seems like this table has been used for years and was painted over whenever a new scene was needed. Platoon... company? Ugh. I don't know how many soldiers those are. Maybe I'll have to ask someone for help.
Talk with characters to get new information and items that can be used as clues. There were 2 Northburgian patrols to the far west and 1 patrol to the east of the northern canyon. Their base, which had 3 barracks, was on the river peninsula. A company resided there. One platoon guarded the beach just to the northeast. As for Drakenspire, there was a company in the far northeast, but not in the river. Additionally, there was a platoon and a base on top of the mountain, and 3 platoons at the western base of the mountain. Okay. So I need to rearrange all this, like how this is supposed to be set up. 2 Northburgian patrols to the far west. So I'm guessing a company is probably at least 3. I'm guessing a patrol is 1. Platoon guard the beach to the northeast. I definitely need to talk to someone just to make sure I'm getting this right. I have a feeling she might know.
Lady Judith! Greetings!
Maybe not.
Hello, Sol.
Might I ask if the film club will have the honor of your presence today? We are watching Murder in the Depths, a delightful horror reel that combines Fillmorian and Noiresan directing technique. Additionally, I heard tell that real skeletons were used to depict the bodies of the murder victims. Oh, please refrain from informing any school staff of this fact. I do not wish to get into detention again for my interests.
I'm sorry. I just got into trouble with the headmaster. Can't join in film club for a while.
Oh, really? I'm simply crestfallen to hear such a thing. I do hope you may join us soon. A new batch of my skull-shaped cookies will be awaiting your arrival.
Deathly delicious, as you always say.
Indeed, I do.
What's going on with the reenactment club? Becky still won't talk to me.
Oh, are you planning on rejoining? Because, to be entirely honest, Lady Judith, I do not believe you will be allowed.
I'm just curious about what you're all up to.
I see. Well, our next grand reenactment is happening in a few days' time. It will be one of our biggest yet, covering the land and sea battle of Westlane on the 25th anniversary of the Onyx War's beginning.
Oh yeah, Grimsby mentioned that. And I think she said that non-club students are encouraged to join, since it's so big and educational or something. I know I can't become a club member, but I could probably help out a bit in this one, right?
Lady Judith, you know that I cannot approve you or not. You would have to talk with Becky. Have you apologized to her yet?
No. Why should I have to? She was the one who started everything.
Are you sure her slights against you were reality rather than simply perceived?
I know what I saw. I can read people.
Not all books are of the same language. Other languages exist, and one person cannot know all of them. As a person who holds precious friendships with the both of you, this continued feud hurts my heart. Pray, consider taking the first step to end it.
Feared she might be able to help.
Judith?
Leave us alone.
Nicholas, I need to ask you something about the military.
Huh. Becky, did you hear something? You know, I am feeling pretty darn hungry today. Maybe, just maybe, if I had an extra lunch token, my ears would clear up.
You were lucky I happen to have one.
Here's a lunch token. Now spill your guts, war geek.
Bribing me, I see. Fine. What's your question?
I need to know how many soldiers are in a patrol, a platoon, and a company.
Basic question. Hardly worth a lunch token. But I'll take it anyway. In Drakenspire, the average is 20 men per patrol, 40 men per platoon, and 140 per company.
Guess the reenactment club can teach useful things sometimes.
Rich. Real rich. Buzz off.
Okay. Okay. So, a patrol is 20 men. A patrol equals one of these. There were 2 patrols up here. 1 patrol to the east. Their base, which is here. Their base is going to be up here. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Company in the far northeast, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's good. I'll just make sure it's on land on this. But not in the river. Additionally, there was a platoon and a base on top of the mountain. And 3 platoons at the western base of the mountain. So that's going to be 6 down here. Platoon and a base on top of the mountain. So I got that there. Where's their base? Their base, which had 3 barracks, was on the river peninsula. Okay, so it's like here. Two patrols of far west, 1 patrol to the east. Base, which had 3 barracks on the river peninsula. A company resided there, which is 7. 1 platoon. Oh, because that one was out of spot. Okay, fair enough.
There we go.
Hi, Vegeta. Love you, buddy. Goku all sleepy up there.
What do we have here? We'll have to get up there to investigate. But Grinsby will object if she sees me. Maybe I can get someone to distract her.
Creation of Noiramore Academy started as a twinkle in Catherine Noiramore's eye.
Nightclaw Judith, how might I assist?
Gina, can you do something for me? I need you to talk with Grinsby for a bit. Distract her, so I can do something.
Of course, Nightclaw Judith. A clan always helps their own. I'll do it right now.
Had a feeling she'd be of help. High jump. You can reach higher places by holding down the E, aiming your final position with your mouse. Press space to jump up, release E to exit high jump mode. The indicator will glow green if you can jump and red if something is stopping you. Huh. That's cool. It acts like a regular platform.
Lady Noiramore, the woman who founded the school. Her family remained the headmasters for 500 years until the Onyx War. As a whole, where her pupil is.
Yes, I will just stand on everything. Why not?
Good old number 2.
What is blocking me? Probably because I'm standing on top of something else.
Lady Noiramore. The woman, her as a whole. Cracked it. What's this?
The gems belong to the leader of the pack. His collar must match the procession of the hunt. Okay.
So I need to put these gems somewhere.
So that would be red, green, and then blue. Got it.
A statue of a cave hound. They don't have eyes, since they live in deep caves, and hunt using echolocation. Additionally, they are very good boys.
Use arrow keys, select the gem with space, and then slot in which to place it. Oops. Okay. Oh, red, green, purple, blue, green, red. Okay. I got it.
A statue.
Oops. I keep putting everything in the wrong spot. It's red on the outside. Yep. Got dyslexic with the colors.
Just like the tapestry.
Hey Jake, I'm glad you finally were able to solve one of my puzzles. I put a lot of effort into this one. I made that collar myself and managed to slip it on the statue just before our new history teacher arrived. Anyway, I think this is the last puzzle I'll get to make before graduation. It's been a fine few years growing up in the school, and I'm real glad I got to spend them with you, my best bud. Since you won't be getting out of this joint until next year, I hope you'll use that time to finally solve some of my other puzzles too. Anyway, here's what I found. It's some kind of blueprint of a door that leads to a secret passage. I haven't figured out how to open the door just yet. Was too busy finishing this puzzle before graduation. But it's probably got to do with the glass pattern on it. I look forward to hearing all about what's behind it when I next see you.
Seabrook will probably want to see this. A bit pathetic he wasn't able to solve this puzzle, really. Hiking above. Now this is interesting.
Passageway door. Noiramore Academy commission.
Considering how old this parchment looks, there could be something incredible behind this door. I've got to find it as soon as I can.
Calling all students to the entry hall, all students to the entry hall. A new teacher is arriving to the school. Please line up in formation flanking the entry doors, and let us give him a warm, Noiramore welcome.
Ah, and here he is. Come now, children, follow me. 2 straight lines.
Noiramore Academy guides our students to commit to their studies.
Oh!
Most importantly, behave in a manner befitting the reputation of our beloved institution.
Sneaking around at night, lying to teachers, extorting staff? Is that really what you're up to now?
He set up some kind of secret puzzle in the history classroom years ago, and Seabrook never figured it out. Let's see if I can.
I'm a visual artist. Words bore me.
Squeak, squeak, squeak! That was a curse word in bat language.
Mrs. Grimsby's teaching style is
Atrocious.
What do you want?
Lady Judith! Greetings!
They say she was going insane before her death, that she thought the Onyx War would be the end of the world.
The Inked Waste is a nasty, nasty place, full of hard creatures that will gobble you up and suck out all of your blood.
That's quite enough, Miss A. You may have heard tell that a new science teacher will be joining us this year, and he actually worked in the Research and Development Division of the Drakenspire Army.
If you get a chance, you're able to.
Do you think it was
I think you should go support this game. It has a great premise. It has a great atmosphere. The characters all have unique personalities. Are all really well built, like well-rounded, and like thought out personalities. The environment, the storyline seems very well thought out. Get a chance, go play it. Go help them on Kickstarter if you're able to. But I highly suggest everyone give this a shot and go check it out. And I am going to call it here for tonight. Just a little bit of a shorter stream. This will be going immediately up onto YouTube here in just a minute. As soon as I can wrangle up one of the press kit pictures for this, slap on for a thumbnail. But go support Noiramore Academy. 8 days left, I believe it is. Link is pinned in the description below. Comment for the stream. It's somewhere. Go check out the game. Go help support them if you can. Thank you everyone for stopping by. I appreciate your support like always. For me, Goku and Vegeta, hope you all have a great day. Wish you the best. Remember, you can't win unless you try. So till next time, I shall see you all later. Goodbye.